everybody, it's Sharon from Blessed Craft Designs. Welcome back to my channel today. I am here to show you, this is not a tutorial, I am here to show you to do a review over the chunky yarns that I have used to make these 4 blankets with. So I'm not showing you how to do it. I will link my tutorial videos down below if you would like to see how I made them. Please feel free to do that. But I'm just, as a user of these yarns, I'm not affiliated with anyone. They're not paying me, you know, they're not sponsoring me. But just as a user, which ones that I feel personally worked better for me, which ones I will probably use again and which ones I won't, and to give you a couple of reasons why on both sides. So if you're interested in making any of these blankets, if you haven't already done so, or if you're thinking about you know, I just don't know which ones I want to use, which ones will be best. Again, I'm not an expert, but I'm just going to kind of go over what I found are the pros and cons. And let me know what you think down below. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask and I'll answer them to the best of my ability, what I have found working with these. So just stay tuned and I'm going to bring you this video. Okay, so I'm back and this is the first blanket that I am going to review. I'm doing this in the order that I made them, not in the order that I like or dislike or anything like that. This was the Murano Chunky Wool. I purchased this from Michael's. I believe they had it on sale where you could buy 2, get 1 free, or buy 1, get 1 free. And I'll link everything down below because I honestly don't remember now how many skeins I used, but I'm certain that for each one of these blankets I used more than 2. Most of them I believe was about 3. This is a really nice blanket. I fell in love. I am still in love with the Murano wool. It is so soft. It is it's a thick blanket. It does its job keeping you warm. It comes in a variety of colors. If you pay somebody, if you bought this blanket online, you're going to spend several $100s for one of these versus, you know, if you did this yourself, you're probably going to spend about $60. So you might save about half the price doing this on your own. Again, this is one I did the hand knitting with this one, not the finger knitting. And so that's why you see my loops are a lot bigger. Again, I like this. As far as like if I had to grade it on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being my least favorite, 5 being my absolutely favorite, this will get probably a 3.5 to 4. And the reason being is what you can see right there. I'm sure you can see all of this fraying or shedding. And this stuff gets on everything. My kids, I have 2 teenage boys and this is on the sofa. It's literally the fibers on the sofa. They get up. I've gone out with my kids. It's like, oh, you've got the stuff in your hair, and they're like, Mom, it's the blanket. And I know that's what it is, but you know, it can be kind of messy. It does shed a lot. You cannot wash this in the washer. You do have to hand wash this and you have to dry it flat. So it takes several days to clean this. I like it. Now, I probably would not give this to anyone. These blankets, if I did another one, it would just be for me. If you give them away to somebody, put a little card with it explaining to them how to care for it. Be very careful when you're handling it because, you know, we tend to want to pick blankets up like that. I would just be very careful with this blanket when you're handling it, and also tell your recipient how to care for it as far as washing and drying. You cannot put this in the washer. Excuse me. You cannot put this in the washer or the dryer. Okay, I can't even imagine the mess that you would have. But I made this first, and I've used this, gosh, y'all, I've used this for like over a month or so, and it's still holding up pretty good. You can see where it's been stretched a lot because it does have stretch to it. So you can see where it's stretched a lot. But it's held up pretty good. Like I said, take it into consideration. I have 2 teenage boys here at the house, and I did not make this off limits to them. And it's, you know, it's held up like this so far. So again, 3.5 to 4 on my likability scale. Now my next one, this is the second one that I made. This is the vegan wool, and it comes in the casing, just this little casing right here, and you can see the fibers of the cotton fibers on the inside there, and I can't pull that. I thought I could get it to come loose, but you can't. But that's the inside, and I needed to kind of sew this down so that you couldn't see it. That would probably be the best way to do it, but I didn't do that yet. My youngest teenage son has this in his room because I told him, listen, I want you to use this like we normally do, like you normally would a blanket or a throw, just to kind of see what the durability is. And this is held up really well with him, being that sometimes it's on the bed, sometimes it's on the floor, on the bed, on the floor. It held up it does have stretch to it as well. You could see that. So it does have a lot of stretch to it, but it comes back to its form again. So this is really nice. I believe it was only 2, maybe 3 skeins I used with this. So you're gonna need a lot to make this. I'm sure I paid about $20+, maybe even close to 30, just making it. And you can see how small this is. This actually would probably be a pretty good dog, like a little doggy bed. It would make a great one this size would. So if you want to make a full throw or blanket, you're going to need 6+ skeins of this. I purchased this from Amazon. I'll make sure I link everything down below and the exact number of skeins that I used to make this. But on the scale of 1 to 5 on my likability, I'll probably give this one a 3.5 also, because it's held up so well. Price wise, because of needing a lot of it to make a fairly decent size throw or you know, or a blanket, you're gonna spend quite a bit trying to, when you use this right here. But as far as washing it, again, I believe that the manufacturer said that you can wash this in a washing machine, and I believe you can dry it as well. So that's one good thing about it as opposed to the other 2. I would just, you know, of course, if you wash it in a washing machine, just use your delicate cycle. And again, same thing, you know, if you have to put it in the dryer. Okay. So my next one is the one you just watched me make this one a few weeks ago. This is the Chenille blanket that I purchased the yarn from Walmart, and this one I have used on my bed ever since I made it, and it is holding up really well. Let me move this cord out of the way. It is holding up really well on my bed. Hold on just one second. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I had to run and go get my tea over here because this cold just crept up out of nowhere, so I'm trying to combat it. So I got my tea with my Manuka honey over there, trying to get well. But But as I was saying, this blanket, on a scale from 1 to 5, I give this one a 5. This Chenille yarn is it's everything as far as I'm concerned. Again, I'm not a yarn expert, but the durability with this blanket, the ease with making it, I do believe I have a couple of spots that I probably missed. That's not uncommon for me to do that, but it made a really pretty blanket. It's warm, it's super soft. It does, stretch wise, has a little bit, again, I don't make my weaves super tight. So it does have a little bit of give, not much. As far as washing is concerned, I don't believe that you can wash this in a washing machine. I would not on any of these blankets. I just would not do that. I'd hand wash it and then just let it air dry. But this was 6 skeins and very long throw. It goes all the way down to from my chest down to my feet. So this made a really great size blanket. And there's the pattern on the other side. So if you want to see how I made these, again, go back and look at some of the other videos. I'll link them down below. But on a scale from 1 to 5, this one definitely gets one of the higher marks. I am super pleased with this one. If I'm going to give somebody, this would probably be the one that I give people, just because of the softness, again, the durability, the ease of probably cleaning it, and also the price. I mean, only $6, but if you can find it on sale somewhere and save a little bit of money, that's even better. So those are the 3. My last one, I did not show you on camera how I made this one. Ugh. Okay, y'all. All right, family. So listen, this blanket gave me the business. It gave me the business. This blanket has taken me about a week, and that is not including me with this illness right now. It just took me a long time to make this blanket. I don't know why. Let me show it to you. This is what it is. Okay, this is the same company, this Loops and Threads, for that pink one or the mauve one down there. It is the exact same. Let me show you the back side. There. And then here are the instructions right here. Can you all see that? It says hand wash warm, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron, do not dry clean. So that's this, and I believe it's the same thing for this chunky blanket right here. The same thing goes for that. All right, so this was the yarn, and it does the same thing. Look how it sheds. I was able to pull that whole piece out, and that's all it is these, you know, the wool just twisted together. I don't know. It's really nice. It's heavy. It is a heavy blanket. So there's no doubt in my mind that this will keep your feet warm when you are using it. You're just going to run into the same problem with all the shedding. Can you see that from the side, y'all? You're going to deal with the same problem. Let me get a sip of tea. Okay, excuse me. You're going to deal with the same problem with the shedding. Excuse me. And when I tied this off, because it's kind of silky, you know, if you pull hard enough, I'm trying to find the end where I attached right here. Okay, so right here, like I was saying, it slips loose because these can be kind of slick. So I will have to put a stitch or something right there. This was a total of 3 skeins. I had one white and then 2 blue. And that's where I tied, and see how where I snipped it, how it looks right there. But I'll have to put a stitch. That's the reason why I left it. I don't want to cut it too short because I'm afraid that if I pick it up, it'll come loose. So I'll have to put a little stitch or something right there to make sure that that does not come loose. Excuse me, y'all. But this is a very pretty blanket. I love this navy blue color. I do have a room in the house that's kind of, you know, nautical themed. So that's kind of what I was going for. There's the end. See all of the frame. So it's really nice. It's heavy. It is pretty soft. There is, you know, some stretch to it. Here we go. You do have some stretch to it. Just, again, be careful with this. And I started off with the white, and I did use the 2 patterns. Let me spread it out a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, so there are the 2 patterns with the white. I started out just regular under here, then I went over, then I went under, and I started going under with the blue, and then I did all of this over, and I think I did a full skein of blue all the way over. So I just switched up the pattern. So this is the front. Let me flip it over. There's the back. And I love this kind of design right here with the blue and white. It overlaps. Did the same thing with the red and the gray. But this is the back part. Or you can call it the front, whichever way you want. Let's turn it upside down. This is heavy. This is a heavy blanket. So, and let me spread it all the way out. Okay. So really nice. I believe I went across 24 again with this one. I think I went 30. I went 30 across with this one. So this is really pretty, really soft. I can't give you any information as far as durability is concerned because I haven't used this. I just finished it. Again, this blanket took me, seems like forever to finish. Several days because I did finger method versus doing the hand method. So my stitches here, my work that I've done, rows, I'm not sure of the name, y'all. It's tighter. It's a tighter weave. Let me put it that way. So I just used my finger as you normally would a tool. And these little fibers, you know, these little fibers, they start to get in the way a little bit when you're trying to stick your finger up through there. They can get in the way a little bit trying to pull the other, your working part through. So, like I said, it gave me the business, but overall, I do like it. As of right now, I will definitely give it like a 3.5, possibly even a 4, and it could potentially go higher than that depending on its durability. So we'll be using it from here on out, and we'll see how it holds up as far as longevity is concerned. So really pretty, really nice, thick blanket, super thick. I can't wait to put this on the foot of my bed. My feet are always cold, so I can't wait. And look, there's just, let the shedding begin. This is the part that I will not like. So I think these are just going to be the 4 that I'm going to try to work with when I make, when I'm deciding Christmas gifts for this year, 2019. As of right now, my Chenille blanket, it gets the total 5 for lots of things, for durability, for softness, for probably ease with cleaning. Price wise, definitely the Chenille. Price wise, this was on sale. Buy one, get one free, I believe, or buy two and get one free. That's why I got all three. But I still wound up spending, you know, close to 50 plus almost $60 just on the two. But then I got the last one, so I don't know. It probably money-wise, this one may have been the better buy. But again, the thing that's hanging me up is the shedding with that. So let me know what you guys think. If you've tried any of these blankets from the tutorials that I've done, let me know what you think. Let me know what you have found working with these for people who would like to do this, because I'm always, you know, there's always someone out there that wants to try something new and just not quite sure where to start, how to do it, and they're doing what I did, which was a lot of research on it. So that's why I wanted to put it up there so people would have something to go by, where you could see 4 different yarns, how it looks with the blanket or throw, and then maybe that will help someone decide what they want to use. So please make sure you leave me comments down below. Make sure you like, you subscribe, share it on your social media websites. Don't forget my Facebook page, which is Bless the Craft. My group page, which is my Wreath. Y'all know that's my passion, which is Wreath Designers Network. But I'm also on Pinterest. I am Blessed to Craft, and I do put pictures and videos of everything else on my Pinterest page and my Facebook page. The Wreath group is just for wreaths. So you will see my videos and pictures up there as well as on YouTube. So I thank you for joining my channel today and watching my video. I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribes. You all are the greatest. Thank you all for coming on this journey with me. And as always, be blessed.